I'm really looking forward to having a look at these Trix Express models. There's two different types of coaches, and what I've found recently with Trix models is that they're absolutely fantastic, and I'm hoping these are going to be good as well. They certainly look it. What we have here at the top is number 3717, which is a green four-wheel coach. It's a third-class compartment type C2, which was produced for the Royal Bavarian State Railways. Trix had this model in their range from around about 2008 to around about 2013. And obviously it's an Epoch 1 coach. The one below that is number 3735, which is a first and second class express coach type AB3, which is also from the Bavarian State Railway and Epoch 1. This one was produced by Trix from around about 2005 to around about 2010. Both these two coaches came with other things in the range at the time, like a baggage car and different classes of coaches, but I thought it'd be quite interesting to compare them like for like, just to see what Trix coaches were like around about 20 years ago. So let's get these open. I'm going to start off with the green one. Well, this is a super detailed model. It looks absolutely fantastic, but as I was taking it out of the packaging, I just lifted it out here and this pinged away back here. So I'm just going to fix this little railing first before we check it out any further.
A few moments later.
So with the help of some tweezers, I've managed to get that back in. It's just a push fit and it's slotted in a little hole in the base and up here, but it doesn't slot in that well. And I think it's been a little bit bent as well in the past, which is a shame. But I suppose as things get thinner and thinner and more realistic, they do actually get more brittle and easier to break. But these railings do look really good. And there's a little platform there at the end of the coach. There's no decoration on the platform base though, but you barely see it. And there's no door here either on this particular coach, but we do have a brake wheel there and this overhang from the roof as well. And talking of the roof, it's a matte colour of black here, a separate piece to the carriage. It does have a bit of damage here, unfortunately. It's a real shame. It might need to get a respray. And we have this little walkway up here, which is a bit more shiny and doesn't have any effect on it. I'm a bit disappointed about that. It could have had some grain effect on it, like as if it's made of wood, but it doesn't. However, these little pieces here, which are made of metal and added in, look really great for the gas lamps. And we've got the little wire molded into the top of the roof as well. You'll see at this end, we've got little handrails coming down. And there are obviously more pieces which could get broken as well, but they do really add to the character of this Epoch 1 coach. And at this end we've got some steps as well coming down which are moulded into the main piece of plastic, and these extend with little handrails down here. And that green is a really lovely colour. It's a kind of matte colour with a slight sheen to it, and on it we have an amazing amount of printed detail here. All the little white lining around here and the black lining, the lettering as well for the third class. It's even got a postal section here as well and the royal crest. It just looks absolutely fantastic, and that detail also extends down onto the chassis where we've got some more printed detail with lining as well and the numbers. It's really well decorated and it looks absolutely fantastic as an Era 1 coach. Down on the chassis we have a running board the whole length of the carriage, which is very delicate as well. It's got really fine brackets there, and there's also a step coming down here as well from the middle door. And looking at the chassis, it's got some fantastic planking detail with grain in it all the way from end to end. And we have these wheels here dulled, which revolve not too bad. They are spoked, which look great. And they've got brake gear in line with the wheels as well, which is a separate piece. The couplings aren't in them pockets, but they do move back and forward, and that's hidden away inside the chassis, which is really neat. And the buffers as well look really good too. Very thin, they could easily get broken, but they do look very prototypical. And we've got some brake gear moulded into the middle of this carriage as well. So aside from the problem that we have with the railings at this end of the carriage, this actually looks really, really fantastic. As an Era 1 coach, what an incredible model this is. There's so much detail packed onto it for such a small thing, and I'm really impressed with it. There are some things that could be better, for example the roof and this walkway. I'm just not happy with that at all. I think that could be changed, maybe for a piece of plastic that looks more like wood. But that aside, the side of this and the printing is great. And it does look as though we might have lighting on this. I'll put some power onto it in a minute. But I'm not sure we have any interior. I can't actually see anything. I did try and put some power on the lights for this coach, and they do work, but it's just really dull. You don't really see it, and it wasn't picking it up on the video either. But at least it's got some lighting. It's certainly fantastic. I really love this model. Let's move on to the next one and we'll check that out as well. So this is the brown 6-wheel coach, much bigger than the previous one, but still Era 1. Let's get this open and we'll check this out too. Well, compared to what we've just seen, this looks like the prototype is a much more modern coach. It's got a lot of nice detail that you can see, perhaps not quite as much printing as on the green carriage, but certainly quite a lot of it. You'll have noticed that the centre wheel moves back and forward, and it moves quite freely as well. That's to help this coach get around tight corners in your layout. And it's a neat little setup and a clever way of doing it, but it does move quite a lot, and there's no resistance to that either. But at the front here, we've got a really nice representation of the gangway, which is an extra piece put in, and we have a handrail and ladders going up to the roof. And we also have a lot of printing on here with the number 951, and also the lining, which is great with the black and the red. The main moulding is done in this brown colour, and it is quite shiny, I have to say. Probably would benefit from some matte varnish, I think. But the printing on it is absolutely superb. The lining is great. The crest is really colourful, the destination board is clear, and we've got even some windows there with what looks like wood surrounds as well printed onto them. We've got a toilet at this point, and this has an interior set out like a compartment coach. It's very easy to see that because the windows are so clear. We even have printing down here on the chassis, which has also got rivet detail and bracing. Looks really good, that. And we have some steps coming down here. Looking underneath, we have these wheels. They've got quite big flanges on this one. The brakes are almost in line with the wheels, but obviously with the wheels being so big and chunky that they have to have a bit of space there. And they do move around quite a lot as well, but they do revolve good. And we've got some really nice spring detail on here, and the axle box is well defined too. And looking underneath, we've got the planking detail again, a couple of extra tanks put in. The braking gear here all moulded into the main piece. But we do have some extra pieces like this part here. This one has slightly different couplings and they're not hidden away inside the chassis, but they do move back and forward. And they have those little wire metal springy parts to it, which if they come out, you've lost it forever because it will fall in the carpet and you'll never see it again. So that's a bit annoying. You need to be careful when you take this apart not to lose anything. If you needed to take it apart, that is. Up on the roof, we've got this silver part, which is a different piece to the brown. And it's got a lot of detail on it as well. We've got all the gas lamps with the cabling moulded in, which looks really good. And we have these vents at the top here as well, which also look really good. There's a lot of nice detail on this coach. So overall, I think this is a fantastic looking coach as well. Both of them have got such nice details on them, and they have whole bags of character too. The Bavarian Railway certainly went to town on their rolling stock, that's for sure. But I think we should put both of these onto the scales and see how much they weigh. So the green coach weighs 58 grams and the brown coach is 93 grams. So two wonderful little coaches from Trix here, both modelling Era 1 Bavarian State Railway coaches, and both of them have massive amounts of character. They really look something special and really very eye-catching. Starting with the green one, I think this is probably my favourite out of the two. I love the decoration on it, the lining is absolutely superb, the printing, you just can't fault it. And I love the fact it's got the metal parts in the roof. A couple of small niggly things. I think the plastics are a little bit too small in places or just not fitted too well. And also that roof at the top. I think it should probably have some grain effect or something just to make it look different than this shiny piece of black plastic. But that aside, that's a wonderful little coach and I really like it. Moving on to the brown one, I'm not sure of the finish on the brown. It's a bit shiny, but that might be prototypical. It just doesn't seem quite right. But aside from that, the moulding is absolutely fantastic. I love the windows on this. I love all the details of the interior and the printing on it is great. The underframe is also brilliant too. There's been a lot of attention on Era 1 coaches and locomotives recently here in the UK, and you can completely see why it would be attractive to someone because these are amazing looking coaches and would look absolutely fantastic moving around with a vintage locomotive on your layout. As second-hand models, I think they're great. They still stack up against modern day stuff and everything about them just screams quality, which then leads me on to price. So on the second-hand market, both of these cost me £20 each, and that seems like quite a steep price for a second-hand small coach, but these are very highly detailed and I think they're probably worth it. You could put these on display and they would be acceptable as display models, but on a model railway layout they would look really absolutely fantastic. But that's just my thoughts. What do you think about these coaches and did I get a bargain? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put these both on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear. Click on the icon and I'll see you there. That's it for this one though. Thanks for checking these out with me. Don't forget to give me your thoughts on them. And I'll see you on the next one.
So model train, model words, choo choo, model train, tiny world, choo choo, model train. train, model world. Choo choo, model trains, tiny train, and tiny world. Choo choo.